Good morning, everyone, and thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday, April the 14th. I'm Taylor Long. We're going to head right over to the newest cases here this morning of coronavirus in the Ohio Valley. Ohio County announced 3 new cases, while Columbiana County is now at 115 total. Belmont County officials announced 3 new cases as well. And looking over in Wetzel County, 2 more have been confirmed. Tyler County also confirmed 1 new case, and Jefferson County is now up to 24 cases. You can find the latest numbers as soon as they're released over on our website, WTRF.com. And some sad news from Ohio County. The West Virginia DHHR has confirmed the county's first death related to COVID-19. The resident was a 69-year-old male. The Wheeling, Ohio County Health Department says the resident had underlying health conditions and was hospitalized at the time of their death, with Ohio County being announced as a hotspot on Friday. Health Administrator Howard Gamble says it is still important to remain calm and continue practicing ways to stay safe. Currently, the Wheeling, Ohio County Health Department is monitoring 22 out of the 25 reported cases. Looking across the Mountain State now, West Virginia is at a total of 9 deaths, but still has one of the lowest infection rates in the nation. Governor Justice announced the state's latest numbers at his daily COVID-19 briefing. He says most people are heeding the advice to stay at home and keep their distance from others when they have to go out in public. And while the death and infection rates remain low, health officials say they would need to see a drop in positive test results for 14 straight days before they could even think about reopening much of the state.
And the reason 14 days is because we know when you start to do these types of strategies around physical distancing and staying at home, the maximum benefit comes between 8 and 14 days. And so you want to see a whole cycle of that.
West Virginia, we've lost 9. You know, something is really working here. It's working because of you. Our people, you are doing great work.
The governor also announced people who are in the TANF program, or Temporary Assistance for Need Families, will receive an immediate $500 payment they can use for any needs. He also named Jackson County the 12th COVID hotspot in the state. Looking over to Ohio now, Governor Mike DeWine issued an order prohibiting in-person sales of liquor to anyone without an Ohio license to 6 counties in Ohio to help limit the spread of the virus during his presser on yesterday. The sale of liquor in those counties will be restricted during the course of the pandemic. The governor says the order is necessary because he has received multiple reports of people coming into those counties from Pennsylvania. Now here is a look at those counties, and some of them include Belmont, Jefferson, Columbiana, Trumbull, and Mahoning counties. Staying in the Buckeye State, Ohio state prisons have had their first inmate die from complications with the novel coronavirus. He was held at the Pickaway Correctional Institution and had underlying health conditions, according to Governor DeWine. Thousands of families are worried for their loved ones currently incarcerated in Ohio's prisons, surrounded by those showing signs of COVID-19. As for Governor DeWine, he has had this to say about releasing more than 200 inmates.
They are there in prison for a reason, and so when you talk about overriding that is a serious thing. But we are looking and will continue to look for people that we could release that would not pose a grave danger to the public.
Groups like the ACLU of Ohio and Policy Matters say the governor's already used his executive power to impact our lives greatly. Now they're asking him to use that same power once again to help those incarcerated in prisons. Here is the latest confirmed coronavirus cases across the tri-state area. Ohio has now reached almost 7,000 positive cases with 274 deaths. West Virginia is at 626 cases and confirmed 3 new deaths. And Pennsylvania is nearing 23,000 cases, with more than 850 of those in Pittsburgh. Stay with 7 News and WTRF.com as we bring you updated numbers in every newscast. Looking across the nation now, President Trump says he has no intent on firing Dr. Anthony Fauci, one of the leading healthcare experts on the White House coronavirus task force. The clarification came after he retweeted a post with a hashtag #FireFauci. But the president did suggest some governors should lose their jobs if they don't go along with his plans to reopen the economy. CBS's Ian Lee has the latest.
President Trump says he can override the restrictions from individual states to fight the coronavirus outbreak.
The authority of the President of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total.
Many governors say absolutely not.
You're the president. There's a constitution.
Those governors insist reopening the country must be guided by science.
You can't build walls around it, and you can't deny basic fundamental facts.
Yesterday, 2 sets of states announced pacts to respond to the pandemic. California, Washington, and Oregon will work together.
This pandemic, the virus, knows no boundaries, knows no borders.
And 7 Northeast states, including Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and New York, will coordinate.
We're controlling the spread.
The number of new hospitalizations in New York is slowing, but the death toll in the hardest hit state has topped 10,000. Dr. Melanie Malloy says every patient at Mount Sinai, Brooklyn, is suspected of having COVID-19.
It's hard to think that some of your patients that you diagnosed today might not be here tomorrow when you come back for your shift.
Sunday was the first time in a week New York's daily death toll was below 700.
I've been a funeral director and embalmer for 10 years.
Corey Starr is from Omaha, Nebraska. He signed up when his boss asked for volunteers to lend a hand in Queens, New York.
My mom cried, but the kids seem to understand.
Starr will be helping with administration duties to free up other funeral directors.
New York City officials say they are close to running out of swabs for COVID-19 tests. They want healthcare providers to only test patients who are gravely ill. In Ohio County, the 38th Undo's Upper Ohio Valley Italian Heritage Festival has officially been canceled for 2020. Board members cited concerns for their vendors and supporters from COVID-19 as the primary reason for this year's cancellation. Scholarship awardees will be announced via a virtual press conference in the upcoming weeks. The winner of the 2020 Italian American of the Year will also be announced soon. That individual will be honored at next year's festival. Check out our website for more details on that. Staying in Ohio County, a local clinic is opening its doors to urgent health care needs. The clinic is taking people who think they're sick with an acute illness. Now that could be an acute upper respiratory infection, strep, the flu, or an ear infection. A lot of those people might also not have access to their own doctor or may be so contagious that they are putting others at risk if they come into the ER waiting rooms. Medical officials say any customary income, insurance, and enrollment guidelines are being waived at this time. The treatment is only being offered for now. All new this morning, the National Federation of Independent Business is releasing a survey highlighting the impact of COVID-19 that it has had on the small businesses. The NFIB Research Center's latest survey shows continued deterioration of the small business sector. As of March 30th, 92% of small businesses said coronavirus has had a negative impact on their business. The severity of the outbreak and regulatory measures that cities and states are taking to control it are having a devastating impact on small businesses. We'll have more details on that later today on 7 News. You can head on over to our website, WTRF.com, to find all the newest information on the ongoing pandemic. We have a special page set up for you there with all the latest information you could possibly need. So be sure to stay with 7 News.